Recently I've been doing a lot of reflecting, a lot of writing on the fact that we serve a God in pursuit of us, which to me is absolutely startling. That the infinite God, the boundless God, would seek us, would pursue us, would fight for us, breaking down every boundary, finding ways around every obstacle, all in pursuit of us. This morning, though, as I was reading Psalm 84, I realized there's a part of that equation that is missing. I realized that in all of my pondering and all of my meditating on the God in pursuit of us, I missed a key aspect: our pursuit of Him. You see, because if only one person in the relationship is in pursuit of another, we call that a stalker. But intimacy, love, true relationship is found when both are in desperate pursuit of each other. Psalm chapter 84 is the type of pursuit that I want to cultivate in my heart and in my life for the Lord. How lovely is your dwelling place, Lord Almighty. My soul yearns, even faints for the courts of the Lord. My heart and my flesh cry out for the living God. I was reading these verses this morning and my thought was this: could I say the same? Honestly, truthfully, could I say the same? That my soul yearns and even faints for the courts of the Lord, that my heart and my flesh cry out for the living God. Sure, it is overwhelming and awe-inspiring to serve a God in pursuit of us. But the question that I have for myself and for us this week is, but how are we in pursuit of Him? The psalm goes on, verse 3. Even the sparrow has found a home, and the swallow a nest for herself, where she may have her young. A place near your altar, Lord Almighty, my King and my God. Blessed are those who dwell in your house. They are ever praising. You see, there is something about mutual pursuit that produces in us the fruit that God longs to produce. There's oftentimes this passivity that we have in our relationship with God, where we are waiting for Him to transform us like a magician unveils his trick. We're waiting for God to erase that anger inside of our hearts, to destroy the greed that takes control of our minds. The problem is we're a lot of the time simply waiting passively for the God of pursuit to do His thing. But what this psalm seems to be celebrating is this union of the one that is in pursuit with the one that begins to pursue Him as well. Blessed are those who dwell in your house. Blessed are those who go to your home. They are ever praising you. Verse 5 is interesting. It says, blessed are those whose strength is in you, whose hearts are set on pilgrimage, whose hearts are set on the journey, whose hearts are set on a pursuit. Verse 6, as they pass through the valley of Baca, they make it a place of springs. The autumn rains also cover it with pools. Notice the rejuvenation. They make it a place of springs. The autumn rains, the rains that are going to produce a harvest, also cover it with pools. Verse 7, they go from strength to strength till each appears before God in Zion. Notice that. It's the pilgrimage, the pursuit that gives us the strength to receive the God in pursuit of us. It's one of those things where you can be an incredible athlete, but if you stop exercising, your muscles will go into atrophy. Your muscles will lose their strength. They will lose their ability to perform, to carry you. Ultimately then, being pursued is overwhelming. But true intimacy and transformation is found when we begin to pursue God as well. Verse 10. Better is one day in your courts. Notice the zeal. Notice the intensity. Better is one day in your courts than 1,000 elsewhere. I would rather have one day in God's courts, the psalmist says, than to live 1,000 times longer somewhere else. And then he says this, I would rather be a doorkeeper in the house of my God than dwell in the tents of the wicked. When will our pursuit of the God of holiness outpace our pursuit for wickedness? I mean, the psalmist says, I'd rather just be the one that opens the door and lets people go into the courts of God, getting a peek at times. I would rather be the doorkeep than to live in the tents of the wicked. The psalm ends with this powerful melody. Lord Almighty, blessed is the one who trusts in you. Blessed is the one in pursuit of you. Blessed is the one that is in union with God, who is in pursuit of us. Here's my challenge for you this week. Open your eyes to the way in which God is in pursuit of you and try to match the intensity of his pursuit. Pray. Honestly, that's the first step. Ask the Spirit to increase your appetite. Ask the Spirit to ignite in you the zeal for the Lord that is found in Psalm 84, that is found in the God who became flesh, so that ultimately we can transform the relationship from a stalker into intimacy. I love you guys. Have a good week.